and they don't have enough bubbles to fill in their name. And I'm just like, but I'm just like, mama, come on, girl, that's ghetto. What up, Team T&J? It's me, and I am back with another video. I know you guys are used to us saying we are back with another video, but as you can see, it's just me tonight. Okay, so we actually did a shopping vlog today. We went to the mall, went furniture shopping, all kind of stuff. That's why I still have on the same clothes. But we were actually talking in the video about, you know, changing your name, and saw something online about it, and it kind of sparked the debate. So I decided to do a video about it. But before we jump in, make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe, share, and bam, click that bell. Oh, and make sure you follow like our social medias below. But jumping right into the video, I have all my little thoughts written down, trying to be professional for y'all and whatnot. But as you can see, like the title, Becoming One, I changed my last name. Obviously, I did. So I wasn't always a Joseph. I was Goodo prior to me being a Joseph. When we got married in January of 2017, we kept our names the same. Just being honest, I didn't change it until that summer, just because it was a very hard decision to make, which it would be for anyone that's in my situation. I think a lot of us in the LGBT community go through it when we, you know, get married, and it's a lot of different factors that play into like why you do. This person like doesn't want to change their name. Well, this is why I don't. Like, how do we meet in the middle? It can get complicated, but thankfully we were able to work through it. So I kind of want to just share with you guys how we got through it and what the process was like, and so on and so forth. First point is, after, you know, just arguing about it and debating about it and going through so many things, the reason that I decided to change my name is Terrell is actually, if you guys don't know, he's actually the second. So his name is Terrell D. Joseph #2. So obviously that carries like a lot of weight when you took after your father's name. So that was like a major issue on his part, was that like he didn't want to feel like I'm separating myself from my dad. Like, that's who I am. And I got that. He's a junior, he's a second. I get it. So in that respect, we kind of had to tee him up a little bit in the argument because of he's a second. And then from there, I think that overall, and I know my mama watching this video, so mama, please don't get offended, but like our family is just not like a super close-knit family, because everyone is just like scattered all over the place. And I only grew up really with my immediate family, which is my mom, her brothers, her sister, and my grandmother, and my cousins and stuff like that. But all of my cousins are not Goodos. Obviously, like my mom's immediate family is, but you know, that's all that I really had. And when it comes to Terrell's family, all of them are Joseph, for the most part. Josephs are Armelins. And we are all super close. His family is just like, everyone kind of lives in the same general area. Everyone is just like super, oh, I haven't seen you in 2 days. Give me a hug, I miss you. Like, they're that type of family. Like, come give me a kiss. What's been going on? I haven't seen you in a whole 48 hours. And I love that about them. And my family, we'll be like, oh, hey, you know, it's been a year since I saw you. What's been going on? Life. But anyway, with that being said, Terrell has like a really strong connection to his family, whereas me, it's not that I don't love all of my family or, you know, don't adore them and stuff like that, but like when you're weighing options, that was important. If Terrell's coming over to the Goodo side, he's only met a little small bit of the Goodo family, and obviously like we are all close and whatnot, but like that's only one small part. And then on the Joseph side, I've met pretty much everyone, and everyone's like super nice and super supportive of like our relationship and stuff. And like to him, or to both of us actually, like that just made more sense to be a Joseph when it's that many people that we're all close with. That was another factor in why I decided to go that route too. In addition to, Terrell didn't like Goodo. He felt like Terrell Goodo didn't make sense, which I guess like saying it really does. Like, I don't know why he felt like that, but anyway, that's what it was. Like, he just didn't think that Goodo and Terrell like went together. And on the other end, I was just like, well, Jarius and Joseph don't go together either. And now that I've had the name for a year now, I'm just like, Jarius, Joseph. Oh, like, it's common. Like, eventually you'll get used to it. But when you guys are like trying to figure out which name to go with and who should drop it and stuff like that, weigh the families. Who are you guys closer with? Like, who, you know, has like the stronger tie to their family and stuff like that. Also, we thought about hyphenating too, which is a whole bunch of complication in itself. Not to say that it can't be done or it doesn't make sense, because there are some hyphenated names that just really go well. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but some of them do. I've heard some in the past that like just really go well together, and it just kind of makes it look like it's one name because they're so short. But in our situation, it just didn't work. We didn't want, I don't know, we just thought about a whole bunch of stuff. Terrell was just like, well, Jars, what about when the kids are filling out a Scantron? I'm just like, Terrell, come on. Really? Come on. A Scantron? And he was just like, yeah, what about when they're filling out a Scantron and they don't have enough bubbles? And they don't have enough bubbles to fill in their name. And I'm just like, I'm just like, Terrell, why are we talking about a Scantron? And I'm literally I just thought about that. And I'm just like laughing in my head because no, I'm laughing aloud actually, but that's just like what it was. And he was just like, yeah, they're not gonna have enough room jars. I can't do it. I can't do that to my kids. And I'm just like, Terrell, whatever. And then he was just like, okay, so we decided that their names are gonna be Ashton Cole Joseph Goodo. Aria Brielle Joseph Goodo. And then Terrell was just like, but they gon' like, what they gonna do is they gonna take Goodo as the actual last name, and they're gonna drop the Joseph, and they're not gonna have any tie to me, and I'm not here for it. And I'm just like, Terrell, no. When you hyphenate the names, Joseph Goodo is one name. That's gonna be their last name. So regardless of what people call them, or whether they call them Goodo, whether they call them Joseph, like their official last name is Joseph Goodo. And he was just like, that's too complicated. I'm not here for it. So like, we couldn't come to an agreement about that. And then I was just like, you know what? What's more important to you? Let's weigh the options. In my situation, my family is kind of small. Terrell's family is larger. We're close with my small family, but we're really close with Terrell's big family as well. Okay, so like that weighs Terrell up a little bit. Terrell's a second, he's a junior. Weighs him up a little bit. Hyphenated names are kind of complicated. Weighs it up a little bit. Well, actually no, but I was just thinking like, okay, well, complicated names are a little bit harder, but at the same time, like, it does make sense to hyphenate it because it would have both of us. So bring him back down some. And then I was just like, okay, what's most important to you? The most important thing is becoming one and being a family unit and everyone operating as one name. In this situation, I would be more willing to compromise than Terrell was. And it was important to me to have one name. So I changed my name. I dropped Goodo completely. And I had two middle names. I'm not gonna tell y'all what it is because I don't need y'all researching me. But I dropped my second middle name as well. So I have three names now, Jarius, Treya, and Joseph. But I decided to do that. I decided to drop my last name and become a Joseph. And like now, it's just kind of seeming like, why were we just spending so much time like arguing about that? It makes sense now. It just makes sense. And one of the biggest things that I felt like I had to deal with was my mom. She was very like kind of confused at first, and she was just like, I don't understand, like, do you not like being a Goodo? You dropped your second middle name. I mean, I just kind of feel like you're not happy with what you were given at birth. Like, this is the name that you were given at birth, and you're just like kind of changing it. And I just think we just had to have a conversation about it. I was just like, Mom, it's not the fact that I understood the part about like my second middle name, but I'm just like, Mama, come on, girl, that's ghetto. You know, that is a little hood to have two middle names. I was like, come on. And then both of my middle names had apostrophes in it. Girl, like, you set me up. Come on. So yes, I had to drop one of them, but I kept the good one though. I'm just playing. I can laugh about it now because we talked about it But it had nothing to do with me being ashamed of my name. Like, I actually really love my name. I felt like when people would say Goodo, it automatically tied me to Louisiana, which sparked the whole conversation. It tied me to like my French roots and stuff like that. So like, I really love my last name. But I just think that when you're becoming one and you're becoming a new family and you're starting your own life and stuff like that, changes are gonna happen. What if I was a girl? Most women take on their husband's last name. So I'm just like, they would have to give up their birth name. They would have to, like, you know, make changes and stuff like that. So I'm not a girl, but I got married and this is the situation. So I decided to do it. I did it. It wasn't that big of a deal. The process was super easy. All we had to do was just go to the Social Security office. Took like 5 minutes, well, took like 10 minutes. 5 minutes waiting, 5 minutes of them actually changing it. I didn't do what a lot of people would say do, like just call everyone and just tell them you changed your name and update everything. I did it as I went. I was lazy and I was just like, oh, I'm calling my card, and they'll be like, oh, Jarius, good. I'll be like, oh, actually I need to change my name. Like, it's Jarius Joseph now. Here's the proof. And then that was it. I think the hardest thing may have been changing my bank account, maybe, because I didn't have my driver's license changed when I went to change my bank account. And they were like, okay, well, like, yeah, you need to have your driver's license. And I had to go get that, which meant that I had to change from Louisiana driver's license to Georgia, all kind of stuff like that. Like, it was just, that was a mess, but I just did it wrong. It's not that big of a deal. Just make sure that when you guys are weighing like whose name to take and who's gonna drop their name and what you're gonna do to change it, like just weigh like what's most important to you. If you're more willing to give than your spouse or whatever the case may be, then be the one to bend if it's really that important to you, which is it was to me. So that's why I changed it. That's all that I have. I know y'all not used to seeing Bae with me, but you know, I'm y'all favorite anyway, so you just got me. But anyway, I love you guys and I hope this video was super informative and helpful to you guys, if anyone who's going through it. But until next time.